Today, I'm going to show you how SilverCloud breaks large policy and procedure documents down into bite-sized answers so that your frontline staff can both find what they're looking for and understand it. What you're seeing in front of you is a typical policy and procedure manual for opening up a new account. And what we find in our content teams when we get content like this from banks and credit unions is that this document or this procedure will tend to be somewhere around 30 to 40 pages long. In this case, this one's 37 pages. And so when you look at this document, it's got everything you need to open up the main account, how to do it in Scimitar in this particular case. It's got a lot of the sub procedures like your ID scanning and your CIP procedure in it. It's got all the sub accounts as well, like checking accounts and CDs and so forth. But it's 37 pages long, and it's used for many different scenarios. It could be that you're opening up a new main account in some of the sub accounts. It could be that you're just opening up one of the sub accounts for an existing customer or member, or it could just be that you're looking up for a specific part of the procedure like the ID scanning. Whatever the scenario is, and there's dozens of them that this document might be used for, there's a couple things that are problematic with these big long documents. First of all, search engines don't do a very good job of finding a big long document because there's a lot of content that it's searching and it gets confused. Second of all, even if I find what I'm looking for, as you can see, I've got to scroll through 37 pages to get to the answers based on the scenario. And three, I'm not really certain what the different steps of the procedure are in this 37-page document because I get lost very quickly in it. So here's what we do when we get a big document like this. We'll break it down. So let's take that first scenario of opening a new account. If I just type in open a new account, because I've got a brand new membership or a brand new customer in front of me, it will bring up the overview as the top search results. And we create an overview page on large documents like this so that you can see what the entire process is and where you are. And I can easily navigate to the next step. So in this particular case, I'm in the overview. Before I move to the procedure, the step before that is to make sure, in this case, it's a credit union example, and I'm going to check the member eligibility requirements. Let's assume I've already done that, and I just want to get into opening the main account. So we're using Scimitar in this example, and here's the procedure on how to open up the main account in Scimitar, and I go through these steps, and it walks me through. So I know this is what I need to do just to open up the main account. But then next, when I get to the bottom of this particular step, I can go to the very next step, which in this process is the CIP procedure. And I know that because it tells me point blank at the end of this step to continue here. And I also know it because I can see the entire process, and I'm in the procedure now, which is highlighted in bold, and the next part of the procedure is CIP. So here I found how to do opening up a brand new account, and what I need to do is step by step. It was easy to find. It was also easy to follow. Let's take another scenario. I just want to open up a checking account because they're already an existing customer or member. So I type in checking. And what you'll see is I find Kasasa, which is a type of checking account, because our banking-specific search engine knows that Kasasa is a checking account and that checking accounts are Kasasa. In fact, if I typed in Kasasa, it would just as easily find that as well. So it doesn't really matter what keywords you use. We have the synonyms in our banking-specific search engine to find what they're looking for. In fact, we even have misspellings of most common words. So in this case, I'm going to misspell Kasasa. It knows that I was looking for Kasasa, even though I put too many S's in. Here, I wanted to find checking accounts and how to open that, and so I easily found it as the top search result, and I get to just that part that I'm looking for, not a 37-page document. I get to that part, I execute that procedure, and I can see any other parts of it that I need to execute as well. So there you have it. That's why we break large documents like new account openings into specific answers, and because of two reasons. First of all, it makes it much easier for people to find what they're looking for. Second of all, it makes it much easier for them to understand and comply with the procedure and be that financial expert. And that just opens up the door to a whole bunch of other things. It will build a lot more confidence for your employees when they have a customer or member in front of them, it will reduce significantly the amount of mistakes that the back office has to fix because people didn't comply with the procedure. And not to mention, it's just a much better consumer or member experience when someone is opening up a new account or a sub account in the process. I want to thank you for your time today and I hope you enjoyed the little talk.